In the heart of Lebanon's Bekaa Valley lies a platform of stone so massive, so perfectly engineered, that it defies belief. We are not talking about stones the size of cars or buses. We are talking about hewn blocks of rock weighing over 1 million pounds each. 3 of them, known as the Trilithon, form part of the foundation of a Roman temple. Nearby, still resting in their ancient quarry, lie even larger stones, silent behemoths waiting for a journey they never took. The largest, the stone of the pregnant woman, is estimated to weigh a staggering 200 tons. For perspective, that's equivalent to the weight of about 800 modern cars. How did an ancient civilization, thousands of years ago, quarry, transport, and lift these stones with such precision that a knife blade cannot fit between them? This is not just a question of history. It is a question that challenges our understanding of the ancient world's capabilities. This is the enduring mystery of the megaliths of Baalbek. Hello and welcome. Today, we journey to one of the most enigmatic and awe-inspiring archaeological sites on Earth, Baalbek. Located in modern-day Lebanon, this ancient complex has been a site of worship and wonder for millennia. While its majestic Roman temples are a breathtaking sight, it is what lies beneath them that truly baffles engineers, historians, and archaeologists alike. A foundation built with the largest worked stones in the world. To truly grasp the scale of what we're discussing, let's break down the numbers. The main attraction of this megalithic mystery is the Trilithon. These are 3 colossal limestone blocks forming part of the western retaining wall of the podium for the Temple of Jupiter. Each of these stones is approximately 19 meters long, 4, 2 meters high, and 3, 6 meters thick. Their estimated weight ranges from 800 to 10 tons each. That's up to 2 million pounds per stone. They are raised to a height of over 20 feet and are fitted together so perfectly, without any mortar, that they appear almost seamless. Think about the largest mobile crane in the 21st century. It takes a massive, specialized piece of equipment to lift a load of this magnitude. Yet, here they are, part of a foundation laid down thousands of years ago. And it gets even more incredible. Just a short walk from the temple complex lies the ancient limestone quarry. Here, we find monolithic testaments to an even grander ambition. The most famous is the Hajar al-Hibla, or the stone of the pregnant woman. This single block is even larger than those in the Trilithon. It measures around 20 meters in length and is estimated to weigh approximately 200 tons. It was left in the quarry, still attached to the bedrock at its base, tilted at an angle as if ready for transport. In the 1990s, another, even larger stone was discovered nearby, now known as the Stone of the South. This behemoth is estimated to weigh over 240 tons. And then, in 2014, German archaeologists uncovered yet another block, buried right beside the stone of the pregnant woman. This one is the current record holder, an absolutely mind-boggling monolith calculated to weigh around 650 tons. That is over 3 million pounds in a single piece of carved rock. The existence of these stones presents us with a profound set of questions. Who cut them? When did they do it? And most importantly, how did they plan to move them? To answer this, we must first peel back the layers of history at Baalbek. Long before the Romans set foot here, the site was a center of worship for Phoenician deities. The name Baalbek itself is thought to mean Lord of the Bekaa Valley, likely referring to the storm and fertility god Baal. The Phoenicians recognized this as a sacred place, a high place for worship, and it's believed they laid the first foundations for a temple here. This early phase is shrouded in time, but it's this pre-Roman layer that many believe holds the key to the megalithic mystery. When the Romans conquered the region under Emperor Augustus, they recognized the sanctity of the site and embarked on one of the most ambitious construction projects in the history of their empire. They renamed the city Heliopolis, the City of the Sun, and dedicated the complex to their own pantheon. Over the next 2 centuries, they built the magnificent Temple of Jupiter, the best preserved Roman temple in the world, the Temple of Bacchus, and the elegant circular Temple of Venus. The Temple of Jupiter was the centerpiece, an architectural marvel dedicated to the Roman king of the gods. It was one of the largest temples ever built, boasting 54 colossal Corinthian columns, each nearly 20 meters tall. Today, only 6 of these giants remain standing, a testament to the earthquakes and ravages of time that have befallen the site. The sheer scale of the Roman construction is, by itself, a masterpiece of engineering. But this brings us to the central debate. The mainstream archaeological view is that the Romans were responsible for not just the temples, but for the entire platform, including the Trilithon. The argument is that the megalithic podium was built by the Romans as the foundation for their grand temple of Jupiter. They were, after all, master builders. They gave us the Colosseum and the aqueducts. Proponents of this theory suggest that the Romans employed an army of laborers and engineers using sophisticated, yet conventional, techniques. Let's explore what that would entail. First, quarrying. The stones were cut from the bedrock with incredible precision. This would have involved hammering metal or wooden wedges into crevices, then pouring water onto the wooden wedges to make them expand, cracking the stone along a desired line. Thousands of workers would have then used chisels and hammers to smooth the surfaces to near-perfect flatness. The trenches dug around these giant blocks are still visible in the quarry today. Next, and most perplexingly, is transportation. The quarry is located about a kilometer away from the temple site. The ground is not perfectly flat. How do you move a 1-0-ton block across that distance? The leading theory proposes a combination of ropes, wooden rollers, and enormous capstans, or windlasses, anchored to the ground. Imagine hundreds, perhaps thousands, of men and oxen pulling on giant ropes, slowly, painstakingly, inching the megalith along a path of rolling logs. The logistics are mind-boggling. You would need immense quantities of strong rope and vast amounts of timber for the rollers, which would be constantly crushed under the immense weight and would need to be replaced. The coordination of such an effort would have to be flawless. One mistake, one slip, and the entire endeavor could end in disaster. While theoretically possible, the sheer scale of such a project, even for the Romans, is difficult to comprehend fully. And this theory doesn't fully explain why the Romans would choose to use 3-1-0-ton blocks when they could have used 3,100-ton blocks, a task that would have been significantly easier. This is where the narrative begins to diverge, opening the door to more speculative, alternative theories. The core of these theories is the belief that the megalithic foundations are far. It remains a fringe concept with no direct physical evidence to support it, but it speaks to our deep-seated need for an explanation that matches the grandeur of the result. And then, of course, there is the ancient astronaut theory. This is the idea that extraterrestrial beings visited Earth in the distant past and, using their superior technology, either built these structures themselves or taught humanity how to do so. For believers, Baalbek is a prime exhibit. Why would humans build such a massive platform? The theory suggests it wasn't a temple foundation at all, but a landing pad for spacecraft. The sheer, flat, and incredibly durable surface would have been ideal for this purpose. Again, this is pure speculation, but it's a theory that has captured the public imagination for decades, fueled by the sheer impossibility of the task by conventional means. Regardless of which theory you find more compelling, the mystery deepens when we consider the Temple of Bacchus. Standing next to the ruins of the Temple of Jupiter, the Temple of Bacchus is astonishingly well preserved. It is smaller than Jupiter's temple, but still larger than the Parthenon in Athens. Its walls are adorned with intricate carvings depicting scenes from the life of Bacchus, the Roman god of wine and revelry. The artistry is breathtaking, a testament to Roman skill. It allows us to see, in vivid detail, the style and mastery of the confirmed Roman builders. For many, The stark, brutalist functionality of the Trilithon stands in such contrast to the ornate detail of the Bacchus temple that it strengthens the argument that they were built by two different cultures in two different eras. So, where does that leave us? We are left with a series of undeniable facts and a host of competing interpretations. Fact: the Trilithon and the quarry stones are the largest worked monoliths on the planet. Fact: they were quarried and moved with a precision that remains astonishing today. Fact: the Romans built a magnificent temple complex on top of this foundation, but the great unanswered questions remain. Did the Romans move the Trilithon, pushing the limits of their known engineering to a level they never replicated anywhere else in their vast empire? Or did they build upon the work of a far more ancient, and perhaps far more advanced civilization? Why undertake such a Herculean task? Was it purely devotion to a god? Or was the platform built for a purpose we can no longer even guess at? The unfinished stones in the quarry are perhaps the most haunting part of the puzzle. The stone of the pregnant woman, the stone of the south. They lie there almost complete. They are monuments to an abandoned project. What happened? Why was the work stopped? Did the empire collapse? Did a war interrupt the project? Or did the engineers finally attempt something that was, even for them, impossible? The stones don't speak. They simply lie there, posing the same silent questions to every generation that gazes upon them. Baalbek is more than just a ruin. It is a challenge to our perception of the past. It forces us to acknowledge the immense ambition and capabilities of ancient peoples. Whether achieved through brute force and ingenuity, or through a lost technology we no longer understand, the result is the same. A structure that defies easy explanation and inspires profound awe. It serves as a powerful reminder that history is not a closed book. There are still mysteries buried in the stone, waiting for the day we can finally read their story. The 6 remaining columns of the Temple of Jupiter still reach for the sky, standing guard over the secrets of the stones below. Baalbek continues to hold its mysteries close, a puzzle of epic proportions. Were the builders simply men, pushing the very limits of human strength and genius? Or is the site a clue to a lost chapter of our planet's history? Perhaps one day, a new discovery will provide a definitive answer. But until then, the megaliths of Baalbek will stand as they have for millennia, a silent, powerful testament to the incredible, and perhaps unknowable, achievements of the ancient world. What do you think? Who built Baalbek and how did they do it? Let us know your theories in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this journey into one of history's greatest enigmas. If you found this video fascinating, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next exploration into the mysteries of the past.